Um, Social media began as an inherently B2C platform and has heavily shifted into the business arena, B2B arena, and also allowed brands and companies to engage in new ways with consumers and get their message out. And social media offers significant opportunities to drive sales, lead generation, and brand engagement. And technology platforms have emerged to help companies further the engagement and foster monetization of their social media efforts. In this panel, we'll discuss the social media trends and best practices of using social media to boost business. And so we're going to take a few minutes to introduce ourselves, and then each of us will respectively talk about effective campaigns.
Thank you. My name is Joyce Kress, and I am the Shopper Marketing Account Manager at HP, and I work specifically on the Walmart U.S. retail account. Walmart has about 3,500 stores in the U.S., so it's quite a large account for us. To tell you a little bit about what I do, my role is specifically to help drive sales of HP product at Walmart for HP, and some of those products include the products you're familiar with: notebooks, desktops, ink, accessories, as well as printers. And printers are actually a large share of the business we do at Walmart for HP. In a little bit, I'll talk about the program we engaged with BSM Media on to drive sales of our HP ePrint printers at Walmart. And hopefully you guys have all taken some time to experience our HP ePrint product in the back of the conference area. It's quite a neat tool, so if you haven't, please go do that before the end of the conference. It's great. In addition to helping drive sales of HP products at Walmart, I mean, one of the things that I work on closely with the insights team at HP is to really help HP connect with the Walmart shopper. Predominantly, there are two Walmart shoppers. The shopper that Walmart calls the price value shopper, and then there's the brand aspirational shopper. And how do we connect with that consumer? Through the development of integrated shopper marketing campaigns, whether it be print ads, digital banner ads on Walmart.com, packaging, point of sale in the store, in-store demos, and social as well falls into that arena. And especially at Walmart, I'd say that social is more important than ever. Most of you are probably Walmart shoppers, and you understand, you know, some of the challenges that customers face shopping at Walmart. It's a pretty busy environment. It's a cluttered environment. There's not a lot of associate help on the floor, and that's not a bad thing. It just means the associates are taxed with a lot of things to do, get product out on the floor. There's not a lot of resources on the floor, so the shopper is pretty much in a self-serve environment. So more than ever, you know, the things we do at Walmart to help drive sales of HP are important, like developing specific and unique packaging for Walmart, developing social marketing campaigns that really resonate with that shopper. Okay.
I'm Gila Raz, and I'm our Strategic Events and Partnership Manager at Watcha2. And I, in joining the company, did a lot of the initial social media engagement with a lot of the brands and conferences that we worked with, and have basically worked with new companies to take our technology, which is a web-based technology, for those who don't know about Watcha2, that can be integrated into any website or Facebook page to foster direct engagement through live streaming. And it's a collaboration tool. So we support all rich media. You guys actually see a presentation that we created using examples of all of the panelists. Oh, social media campaigns. I think the computer timed off, but we will turn that on for you in a moment. And we are able to allow brands to showcase all rich media. And for everyone here in the audience, bloggers, content creators who are already doing things in the video space but have maybe not explored live streaming, we really see a huge shift in communication to live engagement and being to directly hear from your consumers, hear from the people that you're selling to and targeting, and get direct engagement response. So I will tell you more about that with a few specific examples of brands, live events, and companies that we've worked with, and how the platform has enabled them to engage in new ways.
Hello, I'm Leanne, and I work for a company called cableorganizer.com. And I do pretty much what a lot of you guys here do, which is write, and that's my background, content writing. So I was doing that for a long time. So I did products, I did newsletters, I did, little blog sites, and suddenly this social media thing came up. And now what do we do? So we figured our way through, and we started YouTube, and we did Twitter, and we did Facebook, and we saw what worked and what didn't. And then we listened to our audience, and they told us, hey, your site is large. We serve almost all kinds of industries, from networking to data to telecom, whatever you can think of, we do. And they told us, well, your site's really confusing. Can you branch out? So now we have maybe 10 microsites, and we have to have social media for all of this and put it all together. And the little content writer has to do it all. So I pretty much do style, I do the personality of it, and I run a lot of the campaigns. That's pretty much my background. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Michal Chessel. I'm the president and co-founder of a company called Baby Katan. We manufacture baby carriers, which is our one main product line, and it basically started from an idea into a product about 5 years ago. And we went from selling about 10 carriers a year to 50,000 carriers a year. And I would say that we use every inexpensive digital initiative that we can find to whip up excitement for our brand and tell people about it. And we've built most of our brand awareness, and we're still continuously doing so, through social media marketing. And it's been just the most readily accessible avenue that we can use with a very small marketing budget for a small company. So even though my background wasn't in social media, my background wasn't in manufacturing as well, but you learn a lot as you start a company. And I'm here today to just talk about the different initiatives that we come up with and the platforms out there and the way we've utilized them and everything creative ideas we try to come up with in-house, and how it's built brand awareness and helped us get out there.
I think we're going to talk now about social media engagement. And each one of us on the panel are going to talk to you a little bit about the social media landscape and what tools are most effective to help drive sales of your product, whether it be a big or a small company. Some of the things that I think are really effective today in social media, and they're pretty simple, are things like really getting deep and down and understanding your shopper, understanding your consumer, being authentic and relevant and meaningful to that shopper in your conversations with them, and creating value. No one wants to be hard sell, right, on a Facebook post or a Twitter post or even a conversation you're having on one of those social media channels. So really understand your consumer and be relevant and authentic to them. As a marketer, I would say it's very important to bring social into everything you do, to make it part of your integrated marketing campaign. There are a lot of companies out there that think they can just do social alone and get by, and that's not the world we live in today. It has to be an integrated approach with, I would say, multiple touch points to get your point across. And social is a part of that, but it's certainly not the only way we reach our customer. I would also say listen to what your customers are saying in social and really leverage that to augment your message. So understand the conversations they're having in the social arenas like Facebook, Twitter, on their blogs, in their videos. Shareable content, and this is especially true with HP, is really important. Anytime you can provide an incentive or a deal, a coupon, a discount, announce an in-store event, for example, at Walmart, provide product reviews, anything like that in the social arena is very important to help drive sales of your product. We talked about engaging with customers. We worked with Walmart last year on a back-to-school campaign. And it wasn't involving just posting something on Walmart's Facebook page, which, by the way, Walmart has about 13 million Facebook fans, so quite large. But customers aren't going to that page to, read the latest news. They want to get deals. They want to get coupons. They want to have some fun. So we worked with Walmart last year for back to school, and we found a way to promote our products through fun, interactive ways, like voting and polling on what do you think the best feature of this notebook is, things like that. So I would say engage, have fun with your customer, and make sure, again, you're being relevant and authentic. And then above all, and this is part of what I'm going to talk about today, create that emotional connection with the customer. Get down into what's really important to them, I would say. And that's been key for us to help drive sales of our products at Walmart.
So as a video platform, we've seen a significant shift in video. Video is obviously on the rise and increasing. A lot of companies and brands are opening up YouTube channels, adding video content to their sites, and becoming content creators. I know a lot of panels this morning focus on stories and storytelling and being kind of relevant in a new way. And what we found in the video landscape, traditionally a lot of the social media tools, the YouTubes, Facebook, which has obviously blown up and been adopted widely in the business world, and on Twitter are very much one-directional, traditionally one-directional channels where you're able to post something and then hear back from the audience that you're interacting with. And of course on Facebook and on Twitter, the excitement comes from when your fans, your consumers, and people you're selling products to are really able to suddenly give you feedback and talk to you. And what we found in the video landscape is the ability to do that through live video. And the platform basically enables any brand to host a live event. You can do product launches, announcements, internal training and sales sessions, marketing outreach, and suddenly have not just a channel that you're distributing pre-recorded content or pre-curated content, but a brand experience that's suddenly manifested because it's live and it's happening between the people who are on the brand side and the consumers, and the live dialogue suddenly creates a new environment. So we've really seen an incredible experience created, and I think when you talk about social media really as a tool, as a conversation, you see the effects both on the monetization side and a continuing relationship really unfold. And I will speak a little bit later in giving specific examples, but I think a lot of what we're seeing in social media, the customization and the branding that's unique to every campaign run or every new engagement is really unique and I think very important.
Some of the tools I use, let's see, we do a lot of YouTube, which really worked, but what really boosted our views was when we added the transcripts of the videos, and that really picked up keywords, and that made a big difference. The other thing I like doing is using AdWords keyword tool, and just to see what people are looking for. So we have a product, and it's confusing, and it's about cable management. But what is it that they want to know? And we'll see all the things that they're searching for, and they're not finding the right content because they keep bouncing. So we'll make a video about that, and we put our email address, or if they have more questions, and we put all of that in the video. We make it easy for them to ask questions and for us to give answers. The other things I like are the traditional stuff, like newsletters. And newsletters still work. And they also work to get people to like you and to fan you. In fact, we have a little button on one side of our newsletter, and we just get 700 likes just from one. And that still works. So I think don't leave the traditional methods behind. I like using Hootsuite because you can do it all from one little place. And the other thing, I think keeping it social is also to use the comments. If you can turn on comments on your website or your blog, that is a great way to socialize. And if you can work in Facebook, if it doesn't slow your site down too much, you can have them sign in with Facebook. And also vertical response, or any kind of form where they give you their name and their last name and an email address. If you have a store, you really need to tie the sales in with a name or an email address, a specific something. So you can actually say, hey, this is where I got a direct sale from this Facebook post. And if you don't have the way to tie it in with your shopping cart, some shopping carts will even do that. They'll run the reports for you and like, oh, these specific Facebook people bought these specific products, and this is how I can sell to them. So that's what I use.
Okay, so I know the topic here is monetization and building or selling and building your brand through social media, right, and selling products. And I would say that we probably wouldn't even be where we are today if it wasn't for social media. Like I said earlier, we're a small company with very big exposure. So even with the amount of baby carriers that we sell, and it's limited to a certain market, obviously mainly moms, some dads, but mainly moms. And we're trying to get more baby carriers on dads. It looks really great. But in that world, there's different channels that reach different audiences. So we never leave one channel untapped. That's basically our goal. And since we're doing it in-house, I mean, we're so small that our marketing budget basically will allow for us to, have, one part-time employee, one full-time employee, myself. I mean, my awesome part-time marketing girls right there, Raina. But, we have a new marketing intern, things like that, just utilizing what we can. We'll go ahead and we will try and combine everything there is. So all the different outlets. So YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, blogs, and not our own blog. We actually work with, every parenting blog site that we can find that has a similar audience to what we're looking for. And I mean, there's some examples too as this is scrolling, as we have our Facebook page, some blog write-ups, email campaigns. We will utilize every single avenue that we can. And it's a way to reach your customers and your potential customers, not spending a lot of money and actually also reaching them in a very realistic way, in a true and honest way, and engaging them in discussion. Later on, I guess we're all going to give a few hard examples of things that worked for us, but just in a general sense, we would not have there wouldn't have been another way for us to speak to our customers if it wasn't for social media. So a small example would be Facebook. We started our business Facebook page a year ago. We're up to about, I think, 70, almost 8,000 fans, give or take. That might seem very small to some businesses. That might seem a lot to others. To us, it's amazing. One day we'll be 200,000 fans and bigger and 1 million. But right now, even with the 8,000 fans that we have, when one will ask a question rather than calling the customer service line, they'll ask a question and it creates a discussion. It sparks a discussion, and other moms or parents will chime in and actually answer. And we can basically engage. And since our product is a personal item, because you wear it with your baby on your body, so it's very personal, we're able to get personal with our customers through all these social platforms. I guess I'll hand it over, but I can go on and on and on with that.
Okay. On? Testing. Okay. All right, so you heard Mikal talk about the fact that she really uses social to help engage with her customers and drive sales of her product at her company. Small company example. In my case, HP is a very, very large company. We are a technology company. Most people know what HP does. Sometimes we have a hard time talking to our customers because customers sometimes have a hard time with technology. Some customers find it daunting, confusing, even frightening. And when you're talking specifically about the customer at Walmart, it's especially true. And without a lot of help in the store, that can be an issue. So we set out to work very closely with Maria and her team at BSM Media to create a what we're calling a mom influencer marketing campaign to help us drive sales of our HP ePrint printers at Walmart. And like I said, the printers are in the back of the conference area, and hopefully you guys will all get a chance to experience them. It's a pretty neat tool. But the HP Mom Influencer Marketing Campaign was really part of a larger integrated marketing campaign that we were executing to drive sales of these printers at Walmart. And it really involved what I'll call a message shift. Again, going back to the fact that HP is a huge company and we're all about technology, the one thing I think we were missing here in our HP Walmart program was we weren't really talking to the customer about how easy it was to print from your smartphone or tablet. That was the missing piece, I think. So we set out to work with Maria and her team to try to bring this message down to the customer, really make that emotional connection with the customer, and use mom influencers, we'll call them, to help get that message across. Social media was really key to our overall campaign. Again, we wanted to connect with our customers differently. In addition to everything we were doing on packaging, in print ads, on the radio, social was all about really just letting these customers know how easy it was to print from your smartphone or tablet. And it involved, I think, moms talking about their experiences. So what we did was we engaged with key moms out there, most of you are out there, to create videos, develop blogs, social media mentions about our HP ePrint printers and how easy it was, again, to print from your smartphone or tablet. And we received some really, really great examples. I'm going to share a video in just a minute, but I think we got over 40 videos. We had moms blogging about ePrint. We had an ePrint Twitter party that Maria and her team helped us with. That took place on February 8th. And I think that evening for an hour, we were like the #3 hashtag worldwide, according to our metrics report. So very, very successful. We also engaged with Maria and her team on doing something on Mom TV to promote HP ePrint, advertising the ePrint printer on national radio spots, and also we worked with BSM to develop a Pinterest promotion. Pinterest is now the second fastest growing social media site. So I think Maria and her team did a really good job of developing a promotion whereby we asked the moms to go ahead and post a picture of the HP ePrint and some mention of what they were using ePrint for on their Pinterest boards. And I think we got over 400,000 impressions. Probably over 300 moms took part in the promotion. It was very, very successful for us. And what's really neat about this too is the Walmart buyer. So the person at Walmart who buys the printers and ink from HP, he was the one that actually suggested it to us, knowing how important Pinterest is becoming in the social media arena. So we went out kind of on a limb. We had never done anything with Pinterest before, and it worked out very, very well for us. So I think part of the discussion today is about if you're uncomfortable, just I would say try it. Try it. Do your research, but I would say try it and take a risk. We did with Pinterest. It worked out really well for us. Advance. Okay, and results, I'll just go over these real quickly with you. So what we saw from this program, and the program is actually ending in just a couple of weeks, but we started working with Maria and her team back at the early part of February. What we noticed right off the bat is that this program contributed to a sizable sales shift mix in total HP printer sales at Walmart. So we have about 8 printers, different kinds of printers on the shelf now at Walmart. And the 2 ePrint printers we have on the shelf now, we noticed a sales uplift in those 2 SKUs at Walmart. Also, what we noticed was the consumer was what we call stepping up to a higher price point printer. So we have a printer on the shelf now that does not have ePrint. It's $49. Consumer for only $20 more is stepping up to ePrint. And it's a great consumer feature and benefit to have on your printer. So for $69, you get this great technology that allows them to print from their smartphone or tablet. Walmart.com, HP ePrint. So we have a separate URL on Walmart.com we immediately saw the traffic and conversion, sales conversion, take a huge, huge jump, which was directly attributable to the campaign that we worked on with Maria and her team. Campaign impressions, which is always kind of a tricky thing to talk about, although they were huge in this case, 9.5 million campaign impressions from all of the different initiatives we executed for this campaign, including the Twitter party, Facebook, the blogs. So it was highly successful in that regard. But what's more important, as you know, at a big company, you can't talk impressions. You have to talk about how did it drive sales. So we're seeing a lot of traffic and conversion to sales on Walmart.com. And also we're working with Marie and her team on how well we help drive sales of e-print printers at Walmart. The biggest thing I think is the consumer perception shift, which is really a more long-term effect of what we're doing. And we'll continue to keep talking about HP ePrint. Again, getting the consumer to think differently about printing, making it more personal and relevant. The printer has its own unique email address. You can name the printer John's printer or Joyce's printer, but it's really bringing, kind of an unsexy product, bringing some excitement to it. And I think we did that with this campaign. And our worldwide friends within HP are starting to take note. So whereby the message wasn't so I guess, direct or deliberate about printing from your smartphone or tablet, we're seeing many, many teams within HP starting to adopt that message, which is pretty exciting when the worldwide people at HP start to take note of what we're doing here on the Walmart business. So pretty neat. I don't want to take up too much time, but I do want to share just a little clip from one of the videos we received. And we did receive a lot of them. And I just have to tell you guys, whoever contributed out there, you guys did a wonderful job. Great job. A lot of creativity in these videos. We were just fascinated by what we saw.
Hi, I'm Amy from AmillianBoxes.com.
This is Amy.
I want to tell you about a great feature on a new printer from HP. It's the HP DeskJet 3052A. It's an all-in-one printer, print, scan, copy, wireless, things that we've sort of come to expect, but it has a great new feature called ePrint. What happens when you register the printer with HP online, it assigns an email address to your printer, so you can print from wherever you have access. Your smartphone, your tablet, your laptop, or computer. For me, it's mainly from my smartphone and sometimes from my tablet. And I have been really pleasantly surprised with how much we've started using this just in the last week since we set it up. There is always something on this printer. And you might think to yourself, why would I need to print on my home printer from somewhere else? So like a lot of other parents, I'm sure I'm not the only one, I feel like I live in my car. Sometimes I'm at work and I find that I need to print something off. Not a lot of printers around, but with my phone and my HP ePrint printer at home, it's easy for me to send documents there to be printed, and they're waiting when I get home. It's 10 after 3. I am in the car pickup line. Cars are backed up all over the place, so I'm sort of stuck here for the next 20. For me, I'm more able to complete steps since I have the HP ePrint printer at home because I can complete the task from beginning to end. When I'm grocery shopping, sometimes I might find a recipe or a coupon that I want to print out. I can send it right to my HP ePrint printer, and it's ready for me when I get home. Unfortunately, several times in the last year, we've had to be at the emergency room with my father, and I'm always tasked with taking notes, changes in medication, recommendations. Now with the HP ePrint, I can send those notes to the printer, and they're waiting when we get home. With the HP ePrint printer, I can even print from the barn. All I need is my phone and the email address for the printer.
With the HP ePrint, my husband can print from his tractor.
I've saved the best information for last. Not only is this printer convenient, not only is it multifunctional, print, scan, and copy, not only does it have the great ePrint feature, so I just noticed that my son just sent some more documents from driver's ed. Not only those things, it's also priced really well at $69. And it's easy to find at your local Walmart or at walmart.com. The HP DeskJet 3052A. Check it out, and thanks for stopping by.
Yay, Amy. Thank you very much, Amy, and I want to take a moment to thank everyone who contributed to this, to the success of this program. We really appreciate all your efforts, and we look forward to working with you again.
While this is up, I'm actually going to use this for a moment to give a few specific examples for campaigns or live events that were done through Watch It Too, to kind of speak a little to the branded experience I was talking about. And what we've found in the last few years is, interestingly, a lot of small companies and big companies, I think the exciting time we're in from a technology standpoint is technologies don't have to be really expensive to allow you to pretty much control your channel, your messaging, and reach a huge audience with the vast landscape of the internet. And a lot of brands obviously house a variety of content on their domain, but often through technologies we're forced to push traffic elsewhere. Yes to Twitter, yes to Facebook, but through other platforms, often to other platforms that are helping you distribute your message, run your campaign, or drive retail initiatives. And as an embeddable platform, we really believe the power in giving you, the brand or the company, the ability to drive traffic to your site and manage everything in the locations that you really feel benefit you. And one of those places is Facebook. And I'll show you a few campaigns. One of them is one we're doing with the Insider. We're working with a lot of entertainment networks and companies that are repurposing their content to the web. And they are hosting a weekly show after they air their live television show through Facebook. And I know a lot of you here in the crowd are bloggers or video bloggers. And I urge you, when we talk about kind of taking a chance and diving into a new realm, to try live streaming if you're not already, and we will be teaching a Watch It Too workshop tomorrow. But what the platform allows you to do is actually directly engage with your fans. And here you see the hosts of the show, Kevin and Brooke, not only showing content, but actually interviewing a live guest, Joey, who you guys might recognize from NSYNC, but all in the environment of their Facebook page. And SheStreams is actually streaming the conference and a variety of panels through their Facebook page in addition to their website. And so suddenly the ability to hone your channel and also distribute that content in multiple locations is really easy. To speak a little bit about kind of metrics and revenue, you guys are, from an analytics standpoint, able to track viewership, able to track the kind of engagement when people are coming to something that you're hosting live or recording. What are people saying? What kind of chat is happening? What questions are being submitted to you? And how many tweets are going out? How many Facebook posts are happening while you guys are pushing out this content? I think the ability to really capture it in a live environment is very exciting. So this is one example. And when we go to Q&A, I'm happy to answer some questions about that. Another, for those who are familiar with VH1 and Basketball Wives, they've recently taken some of their initiatives in social media, Facebook and Twitter, and taken their fan engagement to the web through live video. And a few of the hosts of the show online are suddenly able to directly interact with fans. And what they're finding is a huge volume increase, indirect engagement and excitement around the show, because fans suddenly not only can tweet at the brand, can tweet at you and hear back from you, but actually have the opportunity, should this be something that you want to explore, activate their webcam and ask the question live. And I think as a viewer, as a consumer previously, there hasn't been a direct channel to be heard or featured, and I think it's exciting when you open that up and also manage it to hear what some of the people engaging on the other end have to say. And the final example I'll give is something for Fashion Week. I know a lot of you, of course, blog. We partnered with, or BCBG, in partnership with My Style, a partner to do a unique Fashion Week coverage event. And beyond just streaming the runway or putting it maybe on YouTube, and I know we all record and archive video. They actually wanted to have a curated experience around the Fashion Week content and have notable bloggers and experts actually talking directly with consumers about the brand and about the experience. So Jeannie Mai, who's a wonderful fashion blogger, accompanied by a few others, actually talked about the runway and prompted fans to activate their webcam. Moms at home with kids on their laps who couldn't maybe make it to Fashion Week and loved the dress or wanted to hear about something had the opportunity to jump on their webcam from wherever they are. We've had events where it could have been really literally anywhere in the country as long as you had a good connection and a webcam built in and are part of the conversation. So I think just to think about kind of the convergence of a brand experience that actually can integrate different elements around your content and really owning your content and redistributing it through different channels, but as a unified experience. And the last thing I'll say from a bi-directional standpoint, for those that are familiar with the video on demand and video landscape, live suddenly gives you the opportunity to have an immediate response with people on the other end. And so what we've done to incorporate the Facebook and the Twitter that a lot of you are on and consistently hearing back from is to actually take some questions from viewers or tweets or comments and actually integrate them into the live event or the campaign that you're doing. And we've done a variety of things with companies both big and small. And the beauty is the viewership doesn't have to be high, but it's about the level of engagement. What we found is that retention for even an hour-long event, sometimes you'll have people staying on for 45 minutes because they're so excited to be part of the conversation, anywhere between 20 to 45 minutes, and continuing to contribute to what's happening. So those are a few thoughts.
We are traditionally B2B, and that's where most of our sales come from, but we found that social media was very much a consumer avenue, and we didn't know how to approach it. We have a consumer site that people love, and we don't have to do anything for them to engage with us socially. They almost want us to engage with them. But our B2B site, which is cableorganizer.com, we were kind of stuck. It's cable management, and it's about wires and networking, which is very unsexy. So 6 months ago, we scrapped everything and we started again. And the marketing department was very reluctant to give us any money because we had done nothing. We tried and we tried various things and nothing worked. And so we said, okay, if we get 200 likes with our new campaign, let's see what happens. Then we can send out a free gift. And they're like, yeah, sure, let's do that. So what would we do? We started off with that first one. You see the one that says like us? Nothing happened. No one clicked that. We're like, okay, we're gonna make this nice. So we added some color, yellow. Maybe they don't know it's Facebook. Still nothing happened. It's almost like they felt, we thought every company was doing it. Oh, we have a Facebook page. And then we realized they don't know what benefits they're getting. So we created 3 or 4 web pages and we sent them there and we showed, this is what you'll get. You'll get tips, you'll get special promotions, you know, we'll give you videos. You request, I will like get a phone call and I'm like, what is this product? How do you use it? I have it in my hands right now and I want to return it. And we have a photo studio set up and I will walk in there, whatever I'm dressed in that day. We're an internet company, so usually it's jeans and hair that's like this. And we'll make the video, we'll save the sale, and you know what? He'll call back that afternoon and maybe buy $2,000 more worth of product. So it's worth it just having something set up with some good lighting and a microphone. Then we did this third one where we put a picture of the product. People like that. And That day, we got 200 likes. And, everybody knew they were getting a server rack, but until they saw the picture, they weren't reading the words. I think social media is very much, especially Facebook, it's about pictures. And once we did that, it took off. Yes, we got 200 likes, but we had a form set up for this, but we only got 122 email addresses. Like, okay, that didn't do so well. We sent out the free gifts, but when we tracked it a month later, we made $9,000 just from this one little ad. And that was really great. So for the next one, we knew better. And you see, we went right with the picture of the product. And, we knew they ignored everything else, but they saw the TV and they saw it was free. And that TV was about $800, but it made $14,000, this ad. And then we did another one after that with a gift basket. I think we got the gift basket for free, and that generated $24,000 just because we can match it to sales. And now the marketing department will send us here. They will send us anywhere. They're like, oh yeah, social media, we can see the value in that. And those are some of our hard examples. We have a YouTube account that does really, very well. We have like 80,000 views, and that's a lot, but we can't tie it to sales. And once you do that, I found the marketing department will listen, and they'll be on board with social media. And we love having moms review our products, and sometimes we'll get a blogger call us, and they're like, hey, we saw this wireless, what does it do? And we're like, oh, we'll send you some. See what you can do with it. And, we have some before and afters, and it's nice. Social media is new, but we were playing around to see what works. And, yeah, that's what we've got. Thank you.
Is this on? Can you put it on the page if there's no bother? I know we don't have a lot of time left, so I'll speak fast because I speak fast anyway. So basically, with us, as I said, that we've grown so much through social media, so we tried to get creative and think of new ideas that people haven't done. We continuously say like us on Facebook and try and build our fan base. Why do we want fans? Because we want them to be talking to us on Facebook about the baby carrier that they're wearing, our carrier. They're looking to buy one, do they have a baby Catan? Are they interested? But how do we get them there? So we are trying to be creative and think of different ideas. We do a lot of B2B and B2C. So just to like a few examples that I think we just sort of brainstormed in-house in our little office over here in Davie and came up with. One was having Facebook contests with our retailers. So we realized that we have over 700 probably 700 specialty retailers, juvenile, specialty shops in the U.S. And out of those 700, at least half are active on Facebook and have their own following and their own fan base where they're sending out promotions to their customers. And their customers aren't necessarily local moms and dads that live in the neighborhood because everyone has an online store. So they want to reach people all over the U.S. and all over the world. So what we realized is why don't we just team up with our current customers, our stores that sell us already, and sort of combine the two Facebook pages. What's up now? So that's, okay, so that is just a screenshot of our Facebook page. So what we started to do is get a little creative and run contests, but instead of just having a regular contest on our Facebook page and telling the 8,000 fans or 7,000, whatever amount at the time, I don't know, post your story, be entered to win a free baby Catan carrier, Valentine's Day giveaway, whatever the topic was, we would reach out to our retailers, who are our customers as well, and tell them to post that same contest on their Facebook page. And then the customer who's on their Facebook page, and we would obviously link to it so the contest is listed on our page as well, the customer who's looking at it from their page goes on to like our page and vice versa. So we're giving each other, customers. And at the same time, since they already sell our product, we'll basically just give them a free one to give away. And they're going to handle the giveaway, but we're going to supply the product. And we realized that this was such a simple thing to do, and there was no reason not to do it. And we just increased our fans this way, and it was customers, parents who were in the market to buy baby products to begin with, or maybe already had a baby Catan carrier but wanted to win another free one. And we went ahead and also gave the support to our stores. So we basically would just, to get creative, try and think of different things and how to link up different avenues of social media to reach out to B2B and B2C. Another thing that we've done recently in the last year that we've come up with, different, our creative brainstorming sessions, which really consist of just screaming at each other like through the door, 'cause it's a tiny office, would be something called brand ambassadors. So we realized that, how do you build a brand? A company and a brand is only as strong as the people who use it. I mean, you can have an amazing product or an amazing story behind it, or you think you have an amazing product, but it's really the moms and the dads, and mainly moms, who are using this product and feel, so personally connected to it that are the ones that you want to get to. So we realized that all these parents who are already using our baby carrier and wearing the baby Baton carrier, that we would tell them, enlist them into a program called a brand ambassador program. So if they're already attending these social mom events, or even if it's an online event, and if it's going into a store and talking to the customers and demoing it, whatever it encompasses under that brand ambassador title, they can earn points towards free product, different ways to tie it all in. So what we did is build up a brand ambassador, basically database of moms who already have the baby carrier or were about to purchase the baby Baton carrier. And again, it's mom influencers. It's word of mouth. It's tried and true. So it sounds cliche, but it really is what builds a brand, especially when you're a small brand. And we would gain these brand ambassadors all through social media sites. I mean, that was really the only way to do it. We didn't, do any mail campaigns, and we didn't get on the phone and call people. We just would post on blogs and on Facebook and Twitter and all those avenues, and then have the moms contact us back. So it's just proven worthwhile, and just getting creative with the things that you have available to you. There's so many ways to utilize it for B2B and B2C. And I'm going to stop right there.
So we wanted to leave some time really for a Q&A, and I know there are a few minutes, but if you guys have particular questions pertaining to particular campaigns or networks or what we think has been most effective, we would love to hear from you guys. Yes, I think we're bringing it out so we can hear it.
Gentlemen?
Thank you. I wanted to ask you, for example, so I have kind of an intangible, or it's I know I mentioned it earlier. The product is a photo shoot. So you guys have given great example of actual products, but I guess that is a product, but I can't offer it to everybody, right? Because it's a time consuming. It's not like I can put it in a box and send it away. What would you recommend for building audience using that kind of an intangible product?
I would love to speak to that just for a moment. From a photo shoot is an experience, and you spoke earlier about what you provide for women and kind of the revelation they have while they're going through the photo shoot. I think from a content creation standpoint, photography, you're presenting content. I think in any capacity from a brand or business, we are all content creators at some point. You want to provide the consumer, provide the end product as something that someone's purchasing feels connected to or appreciates or gives feedback. And I think on our end, somehow conveying that experience, the photography experience, I'm coming in from a video standpoint, but you could customize a photo shoot and allow people to experience maybe a photo shoot live, or hear stories from the women who already underwent kind of the photo shoot, can really sell itself at the end if you're able to tell the story of it.
Right. And I should say, because I didn't
Okay.
tell you this. So we have the interview process. That's on the blog, so that they do in fact share their photo books with their own audiences. But I find that so the project's been alive for about a year, and we have 500 fans. It's that next jump that I'm looking for, that I'm kind of like wondering, aside from being able to push the content out to where I've built the audiences, are there other things that you guys are seeing that I'm not, about offering the experience somehow in a contest?
So I'll let others speak to that. I'll just say we have something called layers, and I think you can have direct call to actions through any of these campaigns, whether it's a Facebook like or a Facebook post or a tweet, like a campaign, get a promotion, get maybe exclusivity to a discount to a photo shoot. And we found that a lot of clients doing a direct call to action can definitely help elicit not only building the fan base, but also bringing in a lot of new clients.
Okay, great.
I would venture to say that your service is a very personal service, so it could be similar to a product as well, even though it's a service. But the goal would be that, what is it that you want from gaining more fans? Do you want them to be potential customers? And if so, then I would start reaching out maybe with contests of people becoming a fan, and therefore there's a contest and you're rewarding them for following you on your social media site, be it your Facebook page. And so when you reward them specifically for spending the time to actually be part of what you're building, they're more interested, and then engaging them and speaking to them, because your service is a personal item. So you are selling something. And then eventually they get to know you and they learn more about your service, and then they're more inclined to purchase the service. So
I'll just add one thing. I found with our shopping cart, as many people add to cart, when it comes to that sale part, they all go to our privacy page and security page and testimonials, almost 50%. And have your testimonials there. And hey, have a really friendly returns policy. Make it super friendly. I haven't had a single return. And if somebody does want to return something, I give great service. And if you want to, we can. But these are the 3 options. Give them more than one option. To instead of a refund. Like, oh yeah, they give that as the final one, but hey, you can do this, we can do this, and we can do this. And invariably, they'll never take the refund. They'll never give the product back, because all they want is options. All right, thanks.
I have a quick question on tracking, which kind of is where this comes down to on the monetization. For our site, we have the basic Google Analytics package, and we have an analyst working on that, but it's Last Touch. And Last Touch is not very kind to Facebook and a lot of social media outlets, because we may be a huge part of the decision process. They're going through our page, they're reading customers, looking at testimonials, but then they're making a purchase through another channel. Do you have any recommendations for smaller businesses on ways to track those sales better? I mean, GA's sort of doing it now with the assists, but it's a little off. I wasn't sure if you guys had any insight onto that. My marketing director would be very upset if I did not ask this question.
Here again, big company standpoint, we have teams that help us track metrics, whether it be, I talked a little bit about the fact that we were promoting this and asking all the moms that participated in this program to mention that the product was available at Walmart or walmart.com/HPEprint. So we have a group of folks that help track the traffic to the site, what we call action clicks, unique views. So we also have a team that helps us to track attributable sales from that site as well. As far as, I think I talked a little bit about this, tracking sales within the Walmart store, we're working with the agency to help us develop out a post survey to gauge their perceptions on our product, and if they've purchased the product or if they have intentions to purchase the product in the future. But it's a tricky thing because it's intangible. You know, also Facebook has talked a lot of late about you know, placing a value on a like. If you have a Facebook page, you know, for instance, Walmart places about $119 on a like. So for 13 million fans, that's a lot of likes and a lot of potential money and sales. So I think, you know, it's, if you can track it through metrics and you can track it in some of these other intangible ways, placing a value on a like or a comment on a Facebook, I think that would be probably the best route to go for a smaller company.
I will say just on the platform side, we think analytics are everything, and we do have a back-end CMS, a customer management system that tracks everything that's happening. So for something that you do on the video side, either pre-recorded and archived or live, you have full analytics of emails that came in, what Facebook handles came in, what Twitter handles came in, what chats were made, and the duration of viewership. And a lot of our clients are following up on campaigns that they might run maybe for 2 hours if it's a live event, or maybe they embedded the platform for 3 months on their website. They're able to actually have charts that I can share and show you personally or tomorrow. Welcome you to see. But I think
we're doing CMS this summer, so I'm hoping that that will help bridge that gap. I was just curious, especially with a lot of small companies, of putting those values on there. Just anything you guys might. Thank you so much.
Any other questions?
Can I ask what kind of product it is you sell? Or?
We deal with herbal and homeopathic remedies, so that's why there's so much discussion on our page. Is people want to, the first thing is a mom wants to know if she's giving this to her child or taking it herself or giving it to her husband, or for our pet side, giving it to your cat or your dog or your horse. Those, they want to go to these pages because they don't always trust the testimonials on. So what's great about Facebook is they seem like more legitimate testimonials. This is a person, they've got a page, they've got all these other people, they're clearly not a shill for the company. It's not something that a content director put on a testimonial page. So even if we direct them to testimonials on Facebook, they don't want anything to do with that. They want someone else to respond to their post, which is why timeline is horrible for us right now, actually. Because it's so difficult for people. First of all, everyone hates it. We've had all of these people that are leaving Facebook, of course, but they don't know how to find those posts from themselves, from them on our wall. They can only see ours because they're not familiar with how to navigate through it, which is going to be a huge, huge concern for us going forward. But that's my timeline talk.
I can only suggest driving them to maybe 2 or 3 pages and collecting data. Give them something where they can get value out of that page.
Oh, we do. I mean, we try, if it's a specific product that we push in a post or a page, I've got a campaign tracking on it. I just don't know, there's no way for me to track that they read Cindy Lou from Wyoming said that Bright Spark made her child like a new person, and this person comes and reads it, and then they go to the site and they make a purchase. We don't have a...
First and last names together kind of make something kind of unique. And you can take that from Facebook, and then you can match it with your shopping cart. That's the only thing I can say.
That's not a bad, that's kind of what we do now to stitch it together. But yeah, thank you.
I have a quick question for you too, though. Do you, when they purchase, do you have a spot for them to put in a comment of where they saw your product?
We do. We don't get a ton of feedback on it. Our shop, that's kind of just on our personal line. Our shopping cart is going through the growing pains right now, and there's just there are a lot of steps in it. So by the time they get to how did you hear about us, or where did you come from, people have kind of zoned out at that point. They just want to buy the product already, have it being, where's my shipping confirmation? That's really where they're at that point. Right. So we're working on some of those. That's on the content side of fixing those things.
Okay, and I don't deal with that end in my company, with that end of it, with processing orders and taking online orders, but thankfully I have a partner that does that. But we seem to see a lot of that, just because it's a personal product, that people will fill out, or however it's set up on our end, where they'll fill it out and say, read it on this blog, and they'll actually link to the blog, and then we process the purchase, and we'll see this blog that we weren't even aware of that was talking about our baby carrier, which is interesting. Usually I find at Facebook, it's the people that already own it are coming onto the Facebook page and talking about it.
Yeah, we're probably about 60-40 on that as well.
I think there's one more question in the back.
For example, if somebody, comments on where where they're coming from, there's a contest, or there's a, some offer for the discount for the next purchase. But I think if you ask people to type something in and they're always in a hurry and you're not giving them anything back, it's harder, but just a small discount, could make a difference, or even a contest, and if they like your products and they want to come back, which is probably the case, they're probably going to, fill it out.
I think that's it, unless anyone has outstanding questions. Thank you.
I was in Margate. You was in Davie? I have a patent on this. Tiny getting off on the market. What it is.